Black Friday is tomorrow and millions of Canadians are getting ready to hunt for deals, but scammers are just as busy this time of year. From fake social media ads to spoofed retail websites, online shopping traps are becoming more sophisticated and harder to spot. Joining us now with some tips on what to watch for and how to shop smart this holiday season is Better Business Bureau President and CEO Simone. Thanks for joining us this morning, Simone.
Good morning.
So the Better Business Bureau does have a number of warnings out. What are you finding are some of the biggest trends right now?
Well, especially during this time of the month, it's busy. People are shopping and it's fun, right? And online shopping scams are in our top list. Generally, the number of scams that get reported to us that specifically relate to online shopping is the highest number of reports, like 1 in every 3 that get reported to the Better Business Bureau. And usually it relates to things such as I bought something online and what I got was not what I ordered. Or counterfeit products, or they didn't get it at all. They ordered from a fake website. And so at this time of the year, we want people to be extra cautious.
And it is tricky, though, because some of those sites are pretty convincing.
Absolutely, and especially when we're all on our social media and our phones and we're scrolling, we're not actually paying maybe as much attention as we would maybe in a store, and asking those questions like, is this something I actually want, or something my friend might want, and what is the return policy?
Mm-hmm. Another pressure tactic is that sense of urgency that really makes people feel anxious.
Absolutely, and so at this time of the year, we might see a company advertising significant sales pricing. So, suddenly you're getting offers in your feed on things that you've already been looking at, and it's 60 or 70% off, and you click right away to the website, and you don't want to lose the opportunity because there's limited supplies, and before you know, you've bought from a scam.
And let's talk about reading the fine print.
Yeah, absolutely. Reading the fine print is especially important in these types of, especially when we're talking about that 60% off. So for an example, with that type of scenario, you may be not paying attention to how much the company normally charges for that price. So you think you've bought something that is 60% off, but in reality, it's 60% off of an inflated price. The other time that we really want people to pay attention to reading the fine print is if you say, at this age, I seem to be getting a lot of solicitations for anti-aging products, skincare. And the offer is often like, yeah, you can try this for free. And I'm thinking, great, you can try it for free, no risk, right? But in reality, as soon as you reach out to them, they usually want your credit card to pay for shipping.
Of course they do.
Right? And then before you know it, you've signed up for a subscription for something that you don't want, you don't need, that doesn't work, and you can't cancel it.
And knowing that some of these fake websites are pretty realistic, what are some of the red flags you can maybe look for?
Well, I would always take a look at the actual website itself. Is it secured? Is there a lot of information on it about where they are? You can do fun things like take their address if they have one posted and do a reverse search to see where that address is. Often we find out it's a residential address or it's a parking lot. That's a simple solution to making sure you can see if something's legitimate or not. And then, of course, we want to see what kind of track record this business might have. And if they've had some sort of reviews or complaints, and if they've got none, that might be a sign that it's not legitimate too.
So heading into the sales that are already starting today, your number one thing to keep in mind?
I would say, be prepared, make a list, stick to your list, know your budget, and know who you're dealing with.
That's great.
I guess that was more than one.
Well, there's a lot of ground to cover. It's a complicated process. You really have to be a savvy shopper.
And I think the holiday time is the best time for lists. I mean, Santa has one.
Yeah, this is very true. That's Better Business Bureau President and CEO Simone. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.